lambat.
Oh, sepa. Jom makan.
So, kau mau makan sini lah.
Aku rasa malas lah mau keluar. Aku rasa macam bukan rendang. Kita pula rendang ayam je lah.
Berendang indah. Kau macam ni lah. Bukan lama kau masak rendang.
Ya mun guna slow cooker. Tok dah 2018. Kita guna pressure cooker. Mun guna pressure cooker laju.
Apa beza pressure cooker dengan slow cooker?
Okay, hello. Today I'm going to talk about pressure cooker. Okay, as its name says, pressure cooker uses pressure to cook what's inside it. So let's say this is a pot. This is the pressure cooker and there's this lid. Okay, pressure and the steam inside it works together to cook the food inside. Let's say chicken inside. Sorry with my drawing, I'm not very good at drawing. Okay, how does it work? Okay, the pressure cooker increases the pressure inside it. As the pressure increase, the boiling point also increase. Okay, this is where we learn in Thermo. There's property table, and then going down the property table, as the pressure increase, T saturation also increase. Okay, what is Tsat? Tsat is the temperature at which a pure substance changes phase at a given temperature. So simply said, T saturation is the boiling point. So when the pressure increases, the boiling point also increases. So how does this apply in cooking food in a pressure cooker? When the boiling point increase, the cooking temperature also increase, because basically now we can cook food at a higher temperature because let's say the water didn't boil. Let's say the water water boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. When the pressure increase, its temperature can reach up to, let's say, 120, higher than the normal one. So we can cook it at a higher temperature, so the food will cook faster.
So today I'm going to explain to you about the slow cooker and its pros and cons. So firstly, we need to know what is a slow cooker. So a slow cooker, or more commonly known as the crock pot, is a method of cooking that came from Australia and New Zealand, and some say it's from South Africa. And it's a method of cooking food in either an electrical pot, which kind of looks like a rice cooker, but it's actually not, or a traditional pot, which is a ceramic or a stainless steel pot that has a lid with a hole on it. It uses low heat but cooks over a long period of time. You know that the pot that usually your mom or any relatives used to cook, like chicken rendang or ayam masak merah or something, they have this tiny hole on the lid just to make sure that the pressure is relatively higher than the atmospheric pressure. So this is an example of how an electrical slow cooker looks like, and this one is an example of how a ceramic slow cooker looks like. So what's good about this slow cooker? So firstly, slow cooking is better for Malaysian dishes, which would favor the meat to fall off easily, since we like to put our dishes on the rice, and we would prefer the meat to break down easily, since we usually eat meat with a lot of connective tissues like chicken breasts or chicken or um, beef or something like that. So it becomes extra tender and it's a bit dry in the inside and maintain the flavor of the chicken. And next one is it uses low heat. And what we know from low heat is it uses less energy and it has a less risk of for the food to dry out since uh, the moisture will escape from the system slowly, and the higher pressure than the atmospheric pressure will aid in letting the flavor of the broth to soak in inside of the meat. So you want the chicken, let's say it's a chicken breast, right? You want the flavor to get into the meat. It's like if the chicken rendang, you want to feel the herbs inside the meat to be absorbed inside the meat. And then what's not good about this slow cooking is firstly, the meat is going to be quite dry since it is exposed to a heat for a very long time, although it's a low heat. So, and then you'll have to wait for a long time in return of the low energy consumption. And lastly, the steam escaping from the hole causing the system to lose its steam quality, which is X in terms of in what we usually use in equations in thermodynamics. This pretty much explains the inefficiency of the system due to the loss of energy in terms of X. And I will explain what is the purpose of the hole on top of the slow cooker. It plays a huge role because it will differentiate between the pressure cooker and slow cooker. So this is the explanation of the slow cooker. So this is an example of a diagram of a ceramic slow cooker pot. So right here we have this pot and the something that you want to cook in there, like for example a chicken rendang or something. And this is a handle, some normal stuff, and you heat it over the fire. Since this is not the electronic one, which practically acts the same. So there's the difference between slow cooking with other methods of cooking is that there's a lid on top of this. So I'm just gonna draw it with a different color. And the catch is there's a hole on the lid. Yeah, the hole on the lid. Yeah. So this lid acts as a barrier. This lid is a barrier. And what this hole does is prevents this hole right here, hole. Oh my God, hole. This hole right here acts as a valve, or I mean, it acts as a pressure. It controls the pressure inside this cooking pot, inside this slow cooker. So what it actually does is maintaining the the pressure inside the cooker, but it's not high pressure. It's just relatively higher than surrounding. Since we know that pressure is equal to force over area, and this hole is small, does this pressure increase? Since the gas, since they clump together, and it's hard for them to escape, this the system. It's still a closed system though, because the pressure inside this is still higher than the outside, higher than the surrounding. This whole acts just as a barrier. So since it has higher pressure than the surrounding, we can came up with a relation that the higher pressure is equals to higher boiling point, which also equals to higher higher T set T set T set. Yeah, that would do.